I got it all blocked out. If I sit in that shit, if the bitch is in that shit, every motherfucking exit. You
Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to Dumbfounded D podcast. Welcome to the 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 Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast. I am Mike. That is Ryan. Can you not hear me? Do you hear me? Okay. Oh, you're making faces. I was like, uh-oh.
I was mouthing what you were saying. I was like, I don't know. I thought it was funny. What's up, dipshits? I'm a little drunk.
Nice
just
shirt.
A little bit. Just
Move
a
the
little
mic.
drunk. Am I too far away? Too far away? Can you hear me?
Now I can, yes. I could hear you before
Yeah.
too, but now it doesn't sound like you're in a far away space.
I sound like I'm far away, space?
Not now, before when the mic was...
But before, because the mic is so... Well, I'm back. So I spent the majority of the daylight time drinking with my neighborhood people at the local bar, and it was a whole bunch of plastic Paddies out having a good time
At the local bar?
at the local bar, at the pub.
So,
And
story time.
Story time. Let's go. What's
Two
up?
stories. First
Shoot.
story. Today, for dinner, we were going to make pizza. Homemade pizza. We have the dough.
Mhm.
We have the ingredients, so... I think...
Always a good time. Get the kids involved and everything, right?
Oh, no, fuck the kids. I did it by myself.
Okay. All right.
So I put the dough out.
Did you get like what do they call them? The external thoughts? What do they call them? Invasive thoughts that they make you want to throw the dough up in the air.
No. Okay, so
The invasive thoughts always make me think that I could try to do that when I'm making a homemade pizza, and it always ends horribly.
So I won't say I've mastered the technique of homemade pizza,
Okay.
but I've made it successfully a couple of times.
You sound pretty proud of your accomplishments with your homemade pizza, there, Mike.
So one daughter is napping, and the other daughter is distracted with a tablet or toys or whatever. So I take the dough out, I let it sit out for 45 minutes before I start cooking it, or making it. So then now it's 45 minutes is over. I cut it in half, and I start kneading the dough. So I put flour down. Flour's not working. It's sticking to my counter. It's absorbing the flour.
But that's supposed to sort of be a
I'm
barrier.
like, why is this happening? So I keep trying, I keep doing it. I get frustrated. I get a rolling pin now. I'm doing it. Flour's it's getting stuck to me. It's getting stuck to everything. I go, this is fucking insane. So I finally get it to a shape I like, which is a horrible shape. I add the fucking...
Is it a big giant dick?
It was like a triangle almost, but it wasn't big. So I add the sauce, the cheese, whatever, and I put in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
And now it smells weird. It's like burning almost. And I look in the oven and I'm like, it's caramelizing. Why is it caramelizing?
You used fucking sugar. You used sugar. Oh my god, bro. How old were you when you did this?
So my wife comes home and she goes, why does it smell like something's burning? And then she walks into the kitchen and she goes, why is the sugar out? I was like, what do you mean the sugar is out? The flour is out. She goes, no, the flour's in the cabinet in the flour bag.
It looks the same. The sugar bag looks like the flour bag.
The sugar, it was powdered sugar.
Oh, confectionery sugar.
So it had the same kind of texture as flour a little bit.
Yeah, like cocaine, right? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Right. So that pizza was trash. It was trash. But I'm sitting there like this, putting more flour, like it's getting absorbed. I've never seen this before. What the fuck is happening?
That's fucking hilarious. And
they feel very similar.
Yeah, but well, I mean, they don't feel the same, but the thing is, you could easily, if you're like in some sort of a rush, I could see how you could feel it. Like immediately,
I did a
you said it was cooking. That's exactly what happened. And that's the reason why that went down that way. Because you probably, I'm telling you, like when I cook, when I cook high, I don't look at labels. I could easily.
Well, there was no label. Nothing was labeled. The sugar is an unlabeled clear plastic container.
Oh shit!
So
Damn.
we usually keep our cooking stuff in different containers, and they're usually labeled. This
Yeah.
wasn't labeled. I grabbed the first thing I saw that looked like a white powdery substance. Good thing there wasn't any cocaine in there, because then we would have real.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, wow, this fucking pizza's great, man. This pizza. I'm gonna eat this pizza for breakfast like every day. But right. you live and you learn. This now you got to fucking make sure you label your fucking confectionery sugar so you don't end up, Usually, what works even better than flour? Cornmeal.
I don't actually like. I've had pizza made with cornmeal instead of flour. What the trick for my pizza is, which I forgot, and I said it in hindsight, had I did it the way I normally do it, this wouldn't have happened. I use olive oil, not flour. So you put olive oil down so it doesn't stick, and you could do it right in the pan, so you can make it the shape of the pan.
Yeah, and then when it comes out, it comes out flaky and crispy, right? Like
exactly.
the olive oil makes it crispy. Yeah.
More crispy. It's like more Roman style. Now, second story time is I went to the zoo today, and while at the zoo, let the video speak for itself.
You took a video?
Let the video speak for itself. I'm not done.
Let's go dinner.
When the cat's in heat and you're at the zoo, she's literally in heat. You can hear her. My wife's yelling at me. It's historic. It's historic. I said. What were we saying?
Get it on. They're getting it on.
No, I hear it from not the exhibit before this, and I knew what it was. I'm like, that there's an animal in heat.
It's scary, dude.
And I didn't know that it was literally happening right there. And then one parent's like, "Oh, look, the animals are fighting," because the kid's like, "What's happening, Mom?"
I could have sworn I may have even sent you a video of it. Looked like a state trooper or a policeman, right? Yeah. Who's just honest, like he's just.
Oh, I had that video. It's gonna go into that. I was gonna go into that.
Oh my god, dude! And he freaks. We're gonna watch that. It's just his reaction would be mine if I heard that. I was like, because I did not know. You found out today that this is the sound that they make. Mm-hmm. That's not just a heat sound. They make that sound when they coyote call in between, like from miles away. They'll call other cougars, dude.
Now keep in mind, when I'm talking, there's people around me. Like, I'm not by myself, and there's people trying to tell their kids, like, hey, they're just fighting, and I'm over here, babe, look, they're having sex. And she's like, shh. I'm like, no, look, they're fucking.
Yeah, I mean, listen.
Hold on, listen to me. Wow. Is this porn? Is this porn? I'm not done. By the way, I was chief of the pen the whole time, so I'm high. I'm like,
I bet. Yeah,
like, this is hilarious.
Let's go dinner.
And I only started recording for 20 seconds. Prior to this, I'm standing there going, "Oh look, he's mounted. Oh look, he dismounted. He walks around her twice and then remounts again."
And they don't pump. I think he just sticks his coiled dick inside his lipstick, and then they just leave it there.
When the cat's in heat and you're at the zoo. I mean, he's trying to find it. She's literally. You're my wife. My wife's yelling at me. It's historic. And that's not my kid that you hear next to me.
That's somebody else's kid.
That's someone else's kid. I'm literally. My wife walks away with the children. And I'm literally there with the camera, like, this is fucking cool.
Damn, they're making cougar babies.
Hope you guys hear her. I hope you guys hear her. What's wrong with me? Wow. Kids are around. I'm like, this is porn.
It sounds like a fucking monster, bro. It sounds like a fucking monster. It's crazy.
Now I gotta find the right one. Where is the one you sent?
Like you think
there
when you see when you see them, you think they're gonna sound. Maybe they're gonna sound like oh, I sent this to you. I think
that's what I mean. The one that leads into this.
Yeah, dude. There's one with a state trooper. I think maybe I sent you.
I don't think you. Maybe I didn't see it. I saw this.
Oh, dude, the guy freaks out when he hears the sound, and it sounds like a fucking monster. This is scary.
It is a monster, dude. Like, I hope he has his buckshot pointed at that fucking thing, but he doesn't right now. He's only recording. Like, oh my god.
Maybe you don't know if he has a pistol, but you should.
It says turkey hunter. It's a turkey hunter.
Yeah, so he probably has his shotgun pointed at it. I would.
Absolutely.
But you see how scared this thing is? It's scared. That's a male too. It has balls. Does it have balls? Yeah.
It looked like it had balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, keep in mind, they know what their prey is. And if they've never encountered a human or if they never really
they attack humans though. There was an old lady who got taken down by a panther in Florida 2 weeks ago.
8-year-old kid was caring for his family. It snatched him up. They found only his skull.
Yep. They ate the whole kid, dude. They ate the whole kid.
Things are fucking monsters.
And they make that noise, dude. For miles you hear it. I'm like, I would like to guess where I am right now. I might be at best probably 10 miles away from one.
Yeah, you're definitely. I'm at least 50 to 60 miles away from one.
Probably. Yes, probably. They have seen them in upstate New York. Yeah,
well, my mom thinks she saw them. We were going when she was driving up to my cabin. I got there before her, and the next morning she came, and she pulls up I hear her pulling up. She's pulling up, and I walk out and I go to say hello and whatever. And she looks like she saw a ghost. I'm like, what happened? She goes, down the road before I turned down your driveway, I could have sworn I saw a mountain lion. I'm like, what do you mean? She goes, something jumped out and crossed the road in front of me and my sister.
Wow.
And it didn't look like a deer. She's like, it definitely wasn't a deer. She's not an Indian. She knows animals.
Deer streak. Like you
she goes, it wasn't a deer. And it's either a bobcat or a mountain lion.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, how big was it? Was it because bobcats don't get that big? They can get big, but not that big. She goes, I don't know. It was that. And I took up a picture of a mountain lion. And she goes, it was that color. And I'm like, that was right by my cabin. That was around the corner, like literally, like right there, maybe 100 feet.
I think there are a lot more of them than they have counted in the population because they say, like, if you ever look at the maps. Right? Like, obviously, they're down here, right? But then they show the maps of it going up north, and they're like, oh, well, they're sparse in parts of Appalachia and in parts of the Rocky Mountains. And then you see videos where these things are exclusively living in Appalachia and fucking and the Rocky Mountains. Like, all over Utah and fucking Colorado and Wyoming. Like, they're everywhere. And California's got a fucking bunch of them. There was some lady who was like,
they're not allowed to hunt them. That's why, allegedly. Like, if you have an issue with these things, you have to start finding ways to get the population down. And people are like, don't hurt them. No, they're gonna kill you.
If you see them by a human population, it's uncharacteristic for them because they usually like to stay away. But that means they're getting more comfortable with being by human populations. Which means there's more of them
for them,
or there's not food for them, or there's more of them. Like the black bears. Like there's a whole shitload of black bears because there's more food for them. Because they're finding that fucking food, dude. They're going through all that trash in Jersey. That's why there's so many in Jersey. You know what I mean? I think, right? Isn't that what they say? I know it's a Rogan statistic. But it's like the highest
per capita.
Yeah.
More black bears in Jersey than any other state.
Mm-hmm. Which you think it's so close to New York, but.
So, upstate New York has a shitload of black bears. There's one by my cabin. I saw it twice. So I don't know if you saw this thing online. They quoted Trump saying that Biden beat Obama for the presidency, but it's a misquote. There's a whole. Here's the whole thing. If it plays. Are we being silenced? What's going on here? Watching us.
Oh, it's because it's something that Elon Musk posted. That's probably why.
On his own platform.
I see it when I see it going, but I got to know all these people. They're very smart, very streetwise, and I would do the same thing. If I had prisons that were teeming with MS-13 and all sorts of people that they've got to take care of for the next 50 years, right? Young people, they're in jail for years, and if you call them people, I don't know if you call them people. In some cases, they're not people in my opinion, but I'm not allowed to say that because the radical left says that's a terrible thing to say.
People say he talks like Hitler, but if you listen to Hitler Have you ever listened to Hitler, the one that's translated into English?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, like he sounds nothing like Hitler. Hitler didn't say these things.
No.
No, he never said anything. He was very. I'm not supporting Hitler at all. I'm simply saying he was not as blunt as this is.
Yeah, you would think just because of the emphasis on how people speak in German when he actually, like, if you hear the translation,
You will stand with me because I have helped you, so it's your turn to help me.
it's all fluff. It's all like typical political fluff that all politicians do. You know what I mean? And it wasn't really extraordinary. Like, I don't think he gave any speeches that were like fucking stand out or quotable. Like, it was always very run of the mill shit, except he said it so fervorously that it just seemed like he was actually saying something of substance, but it was all just regular cliche fucking political shit.
They say you have to vote against it.
But here's the thing.
Now, what he did was his policies were to fucking
Yes.
run the war machine over Europe.
Yes. And exterminate classes of people.
Yeah.
But like, see Trump, I don't think falls in that category. I think Trump falls into that your old grumpy grandfather who's running for president. Like the way
he's definitely more of that. Yeah, I would say, like, characteristically,
because people might go, oh my god, he just called these people animals, not people. And he goes, well, if they're in jail for murdering people, someone who murders children is not a person; they are an animal.
Well,
hold on, animals don't even do that, so they're even worse than that.
Yeah, which is definitely more, I would say, probably KKK-esque than Nazi Germany-esque. And he does sound like you said, right? You said it really good. Like, he sounds like old grumpy boomer demographic, which is what he's trying to go after, because this is that's the demographic of people who are more likely to vote. Although I guess that was proven wrong the last election, when I guess they claim a lot of young people came out to vote, which made it one of the closest elections. But I don't know. I don't know about that. I really do feel like it's probably more of the boomer demographic who's probably going to appeal to, like, the trash talking and shit like that. Like, that's sort of a younger game, I guess. But his complaining style of how I'm fed up with how things are now and how things are being ran is definitely more old man.
Yeah, I don't think it's KKK or Hitler-esque.
Because did you hear what he said about humanity? I've seen the humanity, and these are bad. These are animals, okay? And we have to stop it. We can't have another Lincoln. We have so many people. We have so many people being hurt so badly and being.
We can't afford to have another what?
Another Lincoln? What does he mean?
What he said?
Lincoln, Nebraska, or Lincoln like our former president?
What happened in Lincoln, Nebraska?
I don't know. What
we have so many people. We have so many people being hurt so badly and being killed. They're sending their prisoners to see us. They're bringing them right to the border, and they're dropping them off, and we're allowing them to come in.
Here's the problem. He's not entirely wrong.
No, he's not.
Right here. He's not wrong.
Yeah. Something similar is happening now that happened in the early 1970s. You know. Oh yeah, we've been talking about this I said that like how they have the 35, like there should be 65 should be the cap to run. There should be only a 30-year window that you could run for president, which is, I believe, is sort of generous, that you have a 30-year window within your political career that you could run for president. And like, because we don't need. The reason why the term limit, the 2-term limit was implemented was because we had a president who died in office, who won a third election and then died in office, and who was very sick, and that we didn't let the world know was sick. FDR during World War II, and then Truman finished out World War II. But FDR was sick the whole time. He was in a fucking wheelchair, and nobody knew. And it was because of his age and his ability. And then maybe things might have been different in World War II had he not been. A lot of people thought he was the great president that we needed to lead us into the war, which arguably, yes, maybe so. And he may have stood on for the third term because people wanted him to stay on because of the war. But you get aged out, man. Not everybody could do this job as long as they want to. And it's a fucking reality. And that's why people step down. probably later than sooner, like Mitch McConnell, later than sooner, everybody else later than sooner, but it's all got to come to a point.
It has to be sooner than later. I don't know.
It has to be sooner than later. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's finish this Trump shit. What was
And these are tougher than anybody we've got in the country. These are hardened criminals.
I mean, yeah. I mean, not all of them, but you have to vet these people, and the people coming over apparently aren't what you think they are. They're not South American or from Mexico. They're
There's a famous movie. There's a famous movie, Scarface, and that was based on an actual event that happened in South Florida back in the early 1980s when Castro opened up his prison gates and let the prisons go because it was cheaper for them to let them go and flee to the United States than it was for them to feed them in the prisons. So they let a whole bunch of hardened criminals out, and that was the basis of Scarface. Is he was a prisoner in fucking Cuba who got let out. And this is happening in places like Venezuela. This is happening in places.
Do you see what's going on in Haiti right now?
Haiti, yeah, but it is a little jumping the gun to say that there's going to be like refugees that quickly. There will be that will be coming later. The refugees from this have been coming through, and people get on boats in Haiti all the time and land in Fort Lauderdale, land in Hollywood Beach, land in Miami Beach all the time and run ashore, and it's been happening for a long time. In volume, it's probably going to happen more because of what's happening. And I don't know if y'all know, but fucking Haiti's a mess right now. They don't even have a president.
And
their president stood down, and now they have like a de facto 7-person council running the country that the Caribbean version of NATO is pretty much implemented, and they may not have a president for a couple of years, which is great.
Insane.
Hundreds of thousands of them. And we're not going to take it. We're just not going to take it. They are destroying our country. I'm telling you, he's the worst president we've ever had and the most incompetent president we've ever had. And he's also the most crooked president we have ever had. Now, other than that, I think he's doing an excellent job. Do we agree?
You see how he's wearing 45 and 47 on?
Mm-hmm.
Hiddleston, I am not. I'm going to be on a boat not too long from now. That's going to be stopping at the DR. I am not getting off the boat. And I was in the Dominican Republic last year for a wedding, and it's all right. I'm not missing anything. But I don't want to get off the boat just for that reason. And I'm just curious to see what happens, once we dock there.
Okay. Everyone's talking about Haiti. Everyone wants to talk about Haiti. Yes, they're eating people in Haiti. Let me show you why. And we're not even going to get into how the Clinton Foundation pushed Monsanto seeds on Haiti back in the 90s, and that ruined their entire agricultural system. We won't even get into that, but look into that shit. We don't even have to get into the CIA trying to kill the Haitian president in the 90s.
Remember this?
Because they did it 2 years ago.
Yep, years ago.
Oh, about 2 years ago, the Haitian president was killed, shot in his own home. And it turns out that every single member of the hit team was, first of all, American. And secondly, they were part of the CIA-run counter-narcotics team.
In Colombia, in a whole bunch of other countries. And the president's wife of Haiti was in on it. She just got arrested recently, like 2 weeks ago, for being a conspirator in his murder, which all that says to me, if it was a CIA hit, was that she's the one who's just going to be taking the fall. And it's probably not going to be these other guys who they claim they caught. Like Haiti. Have you ever seen Haiti? Do you think it would be easy for me, like a guy like me, to just disappear in Haiti? So apparently they arrested these guys like after this president was killed, and they're all just like straight up looking South American looking dudes. Like they look like they're like Latino gentlemen in Haiti. And I'm like, they stick out like sore thumbs. I'm like, what the fuck is it? And it obviously looks like a hit team. It looks like a hit team that got arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Who did it. And it wasn't just a bunch of guerrilla fighters from, some rebel group in Haiti, which everybody was like trying to be like, oh, this must be a rival political group or something.
In the Colombian military. Here's another maybe something to think about. Haiti totally rejected the vaccines back during COVID. So for anyone wondering, the reason Haiti's so fucked is because of us.
There's more from him too.
All right. Well, there's too much news today, so here's the overflow, the news overflow segment. We got smoke seen near the Lincoln Memorial on Washington's National Mall. This black smoke has been rising throughout Friday morning. They do not yet know what it is, so that's concerning.
Aliens.
Are they opening up one of the altars? Did they sacrifice somebody in the Lincoln Memorial or something?
Oh, had a terrible night throughout Thursday and into Friday morning. At least 3 dead are after massive tornadoes and storms rocked Ohio.
Didn't even hear about
Can Ohio get a break? Like, seriously. And one last little nugget I just wanted to share with you. Now, this is not new news by any means, but back in 2017, more than 100 United Nations peacekeepers ran a child sex ring in Haiti.
I heard about this.
So add that to the list of why Haiti is the way it is right now. Yeah. One last thing, guys. To support the channel, please go to the link in bio and buy some Eclipse glasses so you can watch the world end on April 8th.
Wow. Why is it going to end on April 8th?
Oh, there's an eclipse.
Oh, here's the next thing. Yeah.
Stop scrolling. Okay, this solar eclipse stuff is getting kind of sketchy. I just want to say out the gate, though, I don't think anything's going to happen. This is just another one of those.
Is he a janitor in a hospital?
I think he works in a hospital because he's always in scrubs. I always see him in scrubs.
Instances where they're trying to rally up a bunch of hysterity and fear. But let's just go over some of the things that have raised some eyebrows, understandably. So I want to just take a look at the 2017 eclipse tips. Keep your headlights on, put the sun visor down, do not wear the eyeglasses while driving. I mean, pretty rudimentary. You know, do not try to photograph the eclipse while it's happening. Now, these are the 2024 eclipse tips. Buy necessary groceries and gas. Have cash on hand. Have communication plan with friends and family, and expect heavy traffic and long lines. And to top it off, Oklahoma is deploying the National Guard on April 8th. So, yeah, I think they're just trying to spook us, honestly.
Over an eclipse?
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Is there supposed to be some sort of maybe coronal mass ejection that happens at that time, and they're worried about like maybe an EMP, which never correlates with like an eclipse? By the way, I think you could see solar flares in an eclipse. Like you could actually like the eclipse helps you see like the mass ejections through whatever apparatus that they used to see the ring, you know. But like, I don't know, like, I don't even think that the powers that be would go through any sort of trouble to like fucking warn us. They don't want any sort of panic. This is probably just something that he may have pulled off of something else. But if that means I got to stock up on fucking ammo or something, maybe, you know, I was going to do that anyway.
Yeah.
I should just buy double.
But
that's it.
Let's see. What's next? You sent me this too. This. So I saw someone else talk about this too, and I was like, huh.
Yeah.
Now
I know food has gone up, but it's sort of funny. This is like a tin hat. Happy St. Patrick's Day. This is our tinfoil hat fucking episode, okay? So there's so many of them going around now, but this one opened my fucking eyes because usually, like, for example, when we go to war in the Middle East where there's a lot of oil, the oil prices fluctuate. Now, the Ukraine has the world's most wheat.
Ryan, you sound very... So they produce the most wheat, or is it's between...
The most. I think they have the most wheat production in the world.
Top wheat producing countries. Let's see. Wow. Okay. So the conspiracy theory gets shut down. So the video kind of gets shut down with this. Number one. Here, let's play this video first.
Okay.
See what he has to say.
When I saw the Russian invasion of Ukraine, I thought that by now we would see commodity prices start to move because Russia and Ukraine are the two biggest producers of wheat in the world.
Yep.
And Ukraine's ag sector has got to be just absolutely decimated. Where is all of this wheat going to come from? Because it's not coming from there because there's nobody farming that ground.
You heard what he said, right?
Yeah, like their agricultural sector is destroyed.
Top wheat producers in the world.
China, India, Russia, United States, France. Oh, wow. They're not even on there. Why aren't they on there?
Russia's number 3, so they're top. They're top. Russia's top. Ukraine's what, number 6?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're not even in the top 3.
So if you knock, well, Russia is top 3.
No,
Russia,
Ukraine.
Yeah, yes, but and United States is number 4 below Russia.
So
there's
pretty
a
much
big
this
gap between the United States and China. Look at that gap.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, like, if you take Ukraine out altogether for agricultural wheat production, it's probably not going to put that much of a dent into the worldwide production of it.
No.
I'm pretty sure we could get our wheat from other places, but I was under the assumption that that the Ukraine sells a lot of its wheat to neighboring countries and in Europe and a lot of EU countries.
Yeah, but India and China are right there too, and Russia.
Yeah, but are they selling their wheat? Is India selling their wheat to Poland or France or England?
This is true.
You know?
This is true.
Well, I could see maybe India having a relationship with Britain as far as like commodities like that go. But that's what I thought. I thought, well, like we have, yes, inflation, blah, blah, blah. We've been seeing everybody. And I know it's a fucking old person conversation to say, and I even hate talking about it myself. But it's the truth. Like, fucking, if you go to the supermarket, it is noticeable. I remember what I paid for groceries last year. I remember I eat the same shit day in and day out, and nothing changes as far as like what I pick up from Aldi, Trader Joe's, or anywhere else. And yes, it is different. But I thought that the wheat would have fucking really made a big fucking difference as far as like you would see like gluten products and stuff that contains gluten would shoot up a lot, maybe, but it hasn't. Everything relatively as far as that goes stayed the same.
Listen,
it's like
whenever I drive through PA, it's nothing but fields of corn and wheat. I think we could figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Would you give your seat up for a pretty lady?
No.
Yeah.
You can have my seat.
I mean, for a pregnant lady, yes. I've given it up for a pregnant lady.
I've given up for elderly and pregnant people.
Yeah. Spot on, my friend. Spot on. But she had like elf ears too, did she not? Didn't she just have like elf ears also?
I don't know. No, not really.
Oh, okay. Oh,
What is this? What is this?
another classic from McDojo life. This fucking
Into my organ.
That's fucking what? Sorry.
This guy is.
Don't want to tell you, but they were knocked out with a ballpoint pen.
What?
I took a ballpoint pen, just went doink, and they pass out.
Okay. I'm at work, and you know me. You know what I know.
What's wrong with this guy's eyes? First of all,
You know, it's
Does he have-
because he's full of shit, and his eyes are just fucking. He's
bulging. He's so full of shit. His eyes are about to pop out of his head.
Yeah. So, like, you know what I know, and I've trained and blah 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 blah. Blah. Okay, so I'm at work, and you know, I'm doing whatever, and
Yeah.
I hear two guys having a conversation, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, when I get into a fight, I get heated, and it just goes black, and bad things happen, like this the generic thing." And I'm just sitting there going, "Oh," and the other guy's like, "Yeah, you know, I'll just throw like an overhand right, it'll be over real quick," and they're just talking. And I'm just sitting there like these like. You're not.
None of this ever works. None of it ever works.
Yeah.
And the whole turning black and bad things happen.
and
Yes,
the guys
that is
are-
true.
I've watched a lot of videos of Krav Maga, and I can pretty much. I have an idea on how to use it.
And that's complicated. Krav Maga isn't like such a hodgepodge of fucking martial arts that it's not something you could watch videos and fucking just do.
I don't think any of them really are.
Everything is physical practice. Everything is physical practice. And listen, like to that, everything goes black and bad things happen. Okay, then why are you not in prison for assault? Because that's assault. There's no way you're getting away with going black and bad things happen. That's number one. And number two, speaking from somebody where things did go black and bad things happen, the outcome of that was I was on the ground after being knocked out.
I was going to say that. I was going to say, I think what they really mean is they get knocked out and see black.
Oh, that must be what he means, because he ain't doing shit if you blacked out. If you're going to be doing damage in some sort of a street fight, you have to be super hyper fucking focused. Like, you got spider fucking senses, because otherwise street fights never turn out the way that anybody ever fucking thinks they do. And there's concrete, there's no mats.
Yes, I was going to say, and if you want to get in a street fight, the best way to win a street fight is to not have the street fight to begin with.
Not have one.
And the second best way is to get out of the situation as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Take him down, bop, bop, get out of there. Just get out of there as fast as possible.
I just like, you let people like that talk, and then you hope to God that maybe some way, somehow, this guy wasn't talking shit, and you actually get to see this person get into a fight, and then some Jackie Chan shit happens. You know what I mean? And then you're like, oh, wow, you're actually a pretty skilled fighter. But that will never happen. More than likely, you'll see this guy try to puff up to somebody and then pretend like he was going to do something when everybody else on his crew at work held him back, which is usually what happens.
Now, this guy can definitely knock someone out with the pen.
With his fucking breath. He's about to knock somebody out with an eyeball. That eyeball's about to shoot out of his head.
Now, the only way he's going to have a successful moment is if he stabs the person in the fucking eye with the pen. So in the next portion of this video, if he doesn't stab the person in the fucking eye with the pen, he's full of shit.
You have to say it like John Wick. You have to say it like John Wick when the guy says it to him with the fucking pencil. When he tells him that he killed everybody in the room with the pencil.
If he goes doink and the guy's like on the floor, it's bullshit. If he goes and the guy's like my fucking eye and falls down and bleeds out,
that's a technique. That's legit.
Let's see.
Some people have a hard time dealing with that. I got Yin holding his yin side.
What?
Yang holding the yang side.
What?
And
who's in the middle? Was that Henry Rollins?
Do you think he'd be involved in this?
Hold on.
And we just go.
It really looks like Henry Rollins.
Go in the middle to hunt. It's right there.
He's not even a good actor. It's horrible.
So horrible.
You all right? You weren't pressing. Help me get him up. Help me get him up. Help me get him up. You see the pupils, how dilated? It immediately affects the eyes. You know it's a knockout if the pupils get dilated.
I'd probably kill this man.
I'd like to see somebody. I would actually, you know what I mean? And this is the thing, like people trying to teach people, like, you could do this. Like, there's like, oh, you could walk in the street. If somebody's mugging you, like that fucking asshole in the subway, which, by the way, I heard the story. The guy took the gun away from the other guy and then shot him. I was like, kudos, bro. Fucking kudos. Because that dude was menacing the other guy with the gun, right? Is that what happened? This is the story that I don't know, for all you people who live in the city still and take the subway, which I did for 20 years.
When did it happen? Recently?
It was just like a week ago. Maybe less. But the guy was able to get the gun away from the other dude and then shot him in the head. But the guy didn't die. I don't think the guy died. I think the guy went to the hospital or something, was in critical condition. At least that's what the internet told
he
me.
won't be charged either. Good.
And not charged, self-defense. That's a fucking big thing, because in New York, this has happened in the past. Like in Bloomberg, New York, and the person was charged with manslaughter.
I'm trying to see what happened.
I think they got into a physical altercation, like on the A train, and the guy brandished a pistol. The other dude was able to get the pistol away from him, and then the guy charged at him, and there's all cell phone video of this, and the guy started charging at him, and I think the guy pulled the trigger as the guy charged him and shot him in the head at close range.
Before I
But
find
it's
the video,
crazy.
I will share this.
It's wild. Like if somebody fucking is gonna go, oh yeah.
I mean, you kind of asked for it.
Anxious driver, I cry.
Yeah.
Please don't honk, I cry. Then don't drive. Don't fucking drive.
So what was this?
Sitting to my right, just like a marvelous human being who was basically told by a judge, by an African American judge, that you don't matter, you don't count, and I'm going to throw your life away. Here's Sheldon.
Sheldon, how long you been out for?
Going on 9 months. I got out May 4th.
And
last
you
year,
were in for
2023.
25?
25 years and 5 months.
12 to 6 weeks later.
Arrested this 48-year-old Sheldon Johnson after doing a routine wellness check and the discovery of dismembered body parts in his apartment.
Wait,
This is in
what?
the Bronx in New York. He's an ex-con to begin with, but the thing about him is he turned into this criminal justice advocate, recently rubbing shoulders with the likes of the Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg, and even sat down with Joe Rogan to discuss his advocacy work.
And I said to myself, I've been doing bad for so long, I'm going to try to do something good.
Wait. He went to jail. For
Now
What?
you know the guest, right? He always
Yeah,
brings
I
these
know.
exonerated former
Yeah.
prisoners on. Yes. Yep. Now, what did he go to jail for originally?
Wasn't it murder?
That's what I want to know.
If all else fails, I could always go back to doing bad.
Wow.
But let me try.
Not hard enough, I guess, in terms of trying.
Another miracle sitting to my right, just like a
Bro,
marvelous human being.
That is
who
some crazy shit.
A marvelous human being.
was
That is
basically
some
told.
crazy shit. This guy was duped. This guy, Joe. Listen, Joe. I know, like, I'm a fan. There's a whole bunch of fans like that. I go to you for credibility. A lot of times. I'm sorry that your homie picked the wrong dude, but he fucks with your credibility. Your friend fucks with your credibility now. He totally fucks with your credibility. Don't have him on anymore. Find another criminal advocate to do it because this guy picks the wrong ones out. The dude had heads in his fucking freezer. And Joe, you were joking about somebody having a head in the freezer not too long ago about another person. So it is funny. It is funny. Heads in the freezer are funny. I'm laughing. I'm even laughing at this dork. But just don't have your buddy on. Go to dinner with them. Don't have him on the show. It's a bad fucking look because he's not a good judge of character. This guy's like wonderful person who, dude, just don't do it. It's a bad fucking look for your sake because we care about you. And you're probably going to be like, go fuck myself, which is fucking great. But this person just took a dump. This person that you let inside your studio took a dump on your reputation through somebody else's reputation. So I'm sorry for your buddy, but you got to cut him loose. It is what it is.
Capturing rush hour mayhem as gunfire rang out in the New York City subway.
Where's the fight?
This morning, harrowing cell phone video capturing rush hour mayhem as
YouTube used to be the shit. You could find the raw footage.
Well, I thought there was raw footage. No? Wasn't that cell phone footage?
It's
from
cut.
Fox 5? Oh, you want to see the actual gunfire? Oh, you like me. You look for that shit.
I guess you really need Reddit nowadays to find everything.
Reddit, yeah. I think if you don't want it to be the consolidated version, because Reddit you can find.
Now to the subway shooting. Passengers were frightened. A man shot with his own gun. Ariel Reshef. Ariel, good morning.
at the scene that escalated. This morning, harrowing cell phone video capturing rush hour mayhem as gunfire rang out in the New York City subway. Terrified passengers ducking for cover Thursday evening. huddled together, screaming in horror in this crowded downtown Brooklyn station.
Close the door! Close the door!
As I'm coming out, you hear pops, like 3 or 4 shots, pop, pop, pop.
Around 5 p.m. after a fight,
Everybody come flying out.
police say chaos erupted around 5 p.m. after a fight on a train car. Passengers seen here trying to break up the situation, but the altercation only escalating.
He then took that firearm, started walking toward the 32-year-old who was on the train, yelling at him, walking toward him in a menacing way.
The 32-year-old man grabbing the weapon, shooting his attacker in the head.
Shots fired in transit. Active shooter. 10-10 shots fired in transit.
This video showing the wounded man taken away on a stretcher, rushed to a nearby hospital in critical condition.
And within seconds, officers flooding into the station, arresting a suspect. But this terrifying incident happening just here amid a 13% increase in subway crimes so far.
And George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube.
No one even bothered updating the report to saying the man was released with no charges because he was defending himself. But they don't want to make sure. They don't want you to know that.
Yeah. Because you're actually glorifying somewhat of a, even though the guy was protecting himself, he was sort of in a way protecting everybody else on that train too. But they don't want to glorify that, because if you glorify that, then you don't have, you might influence people to go out and fucking protect themselves.
These crazy kids these days, they got me scared.
You sent me this?
They got me scared.
Come on, baby, with you, cuz. Where's my work at?
What's up, y'all? That store open?
It's fake. It's fake, by the way.
How do you know? How do you know?
Set up. I'm gonna replay it from the beginning.
These days, they got
Watch the dude on the phone.
me scared. They got me scared.
Come on, baby, with you, cuz. Where's my work at?
So the second the guy gets there, he starts talking louder on the phone and faces the guy as he's on the phone. It's a setup.
What's up, y'all? That store open?
I ain't talking nothing you talking
Oh,
about,
okay.
man. Everything when I get there is bad. All the bread, man, all the work is gonna be a problem for you in your life. I guarantee it, bro.
And you're not gonna.
I'm gonna go to another store. Yo,
what's up?
Why you so hard, man?
I've been hard, man.
You look like you only about 5.
Yo, I'm gonna call you back, nigga.
You look like you about no disrespect. You look like you're about 11.
Man, I'm probably old enough to be a pop. OG, you don't even know.
Wow,
Like,
man.
even saying
You know
that,
what you need? You need to cry.
It's so fake sounding.
You need listen. I'll tell you what, man. No disrespect, fam. I ain't trying to disrespect you. Go Home is a movie called Purple Rain by Prince.
When he said that, dog,
You ever heard of
real.
Prince?
Go watch Purple Rain. For real.
I'm saying you need to
For
just
real.
get a good cry out, man, and get that thug, get the thug out of you.
I'm in the streets and getting this money. Ain't no need to cry out here, man.
Come on, man. Do you got your mom, your mother and father still alive? Your grandma, you got a grandmother? Your
Last year, OJ.
You just see, let it out, man.
And the dude in the background's laughing hysterically.
These crazy kids these days, they got me.
It made me laugh. I thought it was funny.
It is. This right here, I gotta refresh that. Now, a lot of people ain't gonna realize why this is a
Here's
problem.
my favorite thing
No one's
ever.
gonna.
In the
realize
history
Why
of
does
the
it?
problem.
Now, somebody in that office is definitely like, why does it always smell like shit in here?
Why is it always? Well, or imagine the manager's like, why do the office workers keep getting cancer?
Or I mean, the shit smell is probably gonna be the first thing you notice.
Well, it's being filtered pretty well. So
Yeah. Well, that is a sewer stack, correct? That stack is for the exit for the air for the drain pipe, right?
Yes.
So
That's a sewer shit smell.
I'm not an HVAC guy, but that is an air intake for the air conditioning system.
Stay
correct?
awake.
It looks like the intake. It does.
Not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this. This right here is my favorite thing ever in the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this. This right here is my.
This right here.
Yeah, it really did fuck with me when I saw that, and I was like, "This is like somebody probably just like, it's poor. It's what it is poor design."
Hey, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here? I can't.
Why didn't it show up? Where'd it go? Okay. This was just sent to us. I don't know what this is. Let's see. Let's go lower.
Hello? Hey, what's up? I need your help. Can you come here? I can't. I'm buying clothes. All right, well, hurry up and come over here. I can't find them. What do you mean you can't find them? I can't find them. There's only soup. What do you mean there's only soup? It means there's only soup. Well, then get out of the soup aisle. All right, you don't have to shout at me. There's more soup. What do you mean there's more soup? Just more soup. Go into the next aisle. There's still soup. Where are you right now? I'm at soup. What do you mean you're at soup? I mean I'm at soup. What store are you in? I'm at the soup store. Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you!
What the fuck? Why are you buying clothes at the soup store? Fuck you.
Yes. Fuck you.
And on to more retarded things.
What is this? This freaked me out.
I was
I
going
don't
to
know what
ask
this
you,
fucking
what is
lady's
happening?
doing.
I never
don't
seen
know.
this. What?
I feel like I'm in a fucking fever dream with this shit.
What's with her eyes too? Holy shit! What the? Okay.
She's just licking pine. Why is she licking pine needles?
If I have a scenario. If I'm hiking in the woods and I walk past a person who was slightly off the trail doing that, I don't know if I'm going to throw an axe at it.
You got to kill it. You got to kill it. You got to kill it. It's an it. It's not a human.
Imagine you kill it and then someone goes, "What are you doing? That's my mother. She has a tree fetish."
Why? Do you mean that lizard person gave birth to you? Are you even human? Like, are you human? Now, this is the thing. I maybe have heard in the past that pine needles that pine needles might have a lemony taste to them. But she's got Parkinson's. She's trying to do the what the fuck? Oh my god, bro, why? With all the Botox, why does it make I don't know. Dude, she looks like she's on drugs, bro.
I'll have what she's having.
Oh my god, she's tripping. Dude, she's got to be tripping hard, bro. She's got to be tripping hard. You're just licking pine needles in the forest. Like, what the fuck?
I don't
lady?
think I ever ate while tripping. Did
I can't. I
to.
can't.
No, I don't think I've ever eaten.
I have, but I can't, though. It's like almost, it's one of the hardest things to do.
Ay, shit. Okay.
But I have done it.
Okay. I saw the clip of this. I didn't play the video. I saw the clip of this, but this is like a fear of mine. When I was working in the attic doing the finishing in the attic and all the nails sticking on the top and every time, and it's not, you can't stand up. If I stand up, I smash my head into the fucking nail.
Yeah, I have
17, I have 17 holes in one of my hoodies because of that room.
Yeah, dude, I had a hoodie, right, that I used to just specifically wear. Actually, it wasn't even a hoodie. It was just a sweatshirt that I used to specifically wear when I worked above the ceiling grid, because above the ceiling grid had all the metal and stuff like that, and everything that's anchored to the slab. So all the air conditioning stuff has a threaded rod that's coming down to the air conditioning ducts are like attached to. But the ceiling grid was attached with metal iron pencil rod. And they would snip the pencil rod that they'd shoot to the deck that these ceilings would be hanging from, and the pencil rod would be razor sharp. I hated having to wear the hard hat when I was up in the ceilings. It was so hot.
But it's necessary.
But it's necessary because I swear to God, I have 3 cuts on my head that bled, and I looked like Ric Flair, dude. I looked like I took the like, you know, I took the fall in a wrestling match, and I had the fucking blood all over my face. I didn't even know it was so hot that day, and I might have even told this story on the pod that I cut my head on one of these things, and I was just bleeding. I thought it was sweat because I just felt the water coming down.
Yeah.
And then some dude was like, "Bro, you're bleeding," and I was like, "What?" I ran into the shanty bathroom where they had like a reflective iron fucking mirror that was all scuffed up. I could barely see myself in, and the blood was on my. I had to fucking wash my face, and it was just going all down the drain. I had to tie a fucking do-rag around my head and shit. It was really bad, but nothing compared to this, bro. This is fucking wild.
I got a headache, y'all. I got a headache.
that means he had to get that nail gun close to his dome. Somebody put that against his head and did that.
Suffered
That's what I
no
think.
brain damage. Wow. It says in the
That's
comments. I don't know how true
crazy.
that is, but that other comment that's above your head makes me laugh. He's a roof and he'll be fine. There's a lot of dead space in there.
That's mean.
I love when one
I've met
department
some
makes
nice
fun of
roofers.
another department.
That guy got fucking nailed. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day.
What's the crack? Happy St. Patrick's Day.
It's the crack. Well, crack is the Irish word for fun. Yeah, crack's not something you smoke here in Ireland. It just means it's fun. Good crack is like good fun. Like, what's the fun? It kind of just means what's happening, what's going on in your life, what's going on with you, how are you?
Right,
It's
what's
kind of
the
like,
crack?
how's the form? How's your form? Are you well?
We're gonna go have some crack with my friends.
Yeah. Okay. I think we should take the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast and expand our horizons a little bit. Hear me out. We do a skit. You dress like an Irishman, like this guy. You wear a pinky blinder and all that nonsense, and then you go through.
Not hard.
Then you walk through East New York and Brownsville, and you go, "Yo, wait, what's the crack, bro? What's the crack? What's the crack?" You walk around and say, "What's the crack?"
Or you just go to me. Would you like to have some crack with me? Would you like to go have some crack with me?
And they're like,
Let's go have a crack. Let's go have a crack together at the pub. We'll go to the pub and have a crack together. Come on, let's
Have a
go.
fun time.
Well, cocaine is popular in Ireland, from what I understand.
Ooh. Okay. So. Wait, what is this? Oh. What the fuck is right? Okay.
You okay?
Okay. I've seen one too many horror movies, and I'm far too prepared to kill something to just be like, "Are you okay?" I might be like, "You want to fuck around?" You're gonna find out.
It's a decent threat. That's a
You should
decent
probably,
threat.
because if that thing starts running towards me, I might start running towards it.
Yeah, or do what this guy did.
Run in the car and run it over. I don't see. He's gonna go back in the car and run it over.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh shit, dude, get in the fucking car.
Yeah, bud.
Because you know that car shit don't work in horror movies. You know that, right? They ran over Mike Myers like mad times. They ran over Jason mad times. They always come back from getting wrecked by cars. Always.
I just laugh. He's like, he says it. Okay, I should have known he was armed because I don't hear any fear in his voice. Just listen to his voice. There's no fear.
Calm as a motherfucker.
Yeah, no fear.
What the hell, dude?
I would have liked to see the guy in the clown suit do the sliding stop as he's approaching him. You know what I mean? Like,
You okay? You okay, buddy?
Oh shit, dude, get in the fucking car.
like that, and it's gone. Bye, clown.
Double tap that shit.
Yeah, pop. That's it. Down. A little bit of ASMR for me. It gave me chills. I was like, oof. That almost went too perfectly.
Right?
Perfect collapse.
Kind of like, the World Trade Center.
Well, I think I follow this page, and I watch. It is like ASMR. Like I watch. I think one of those Russian videos that I may have sent you a few weeks ago, or maybe last week, where it was a silo.
We watched it. Yeah, we watched it.
They have a whole bunch of stuff like this on this page.
See,
it just into the smoke. It just disappears into the smoke.
The thing that bothers me about all the people that say 9/11 was not an
Why does he have to go right to that? You see a building get demolished.
because they say it wasn't a controlled demolition, which I don't think it was.
Building 7
definitely was.
That's the one. Yeah.
But even the way they collapse, they fall like this. They literally fall like that. And there's an eerie radio comm between the firefighters in the basement of building 1 and home base, and you hear them fucking blow up.
Oh, like you hear an explosion.
You
right?
hear explosions, and they're in the basement.
Yeah.
And that's where it usually starts for controlled demolition. That's not controlled demolition. That's falling off the side of a fucking mountain. Oh my god.
Thinking about that, have you seen all that shit in California? All those really nice houses on the PCH that are just like fucking, the stilts are getting taken out. They're all sliding off the fucking side of the mountain.
That house from Lethal Weapon 3, you know? No, I'm kidding. It was a 2.
Oh, two. With the South Africans, right?
Yeah.
With the diplomats. That's that's my favorite Lethal Weapon.
Dude, okay. People forget that those movies were good. Like all of them were good. Even the cheesy one, which was 4. Was there a 4?
With Chris Rock, right?
Even the cheesy one wasn't bad. And that was a show apparently, but I don't watch the show. But like,
who's it?
Bad.
Joel Schumacher. He did those, right?
I think so.
He did the Val Kilmer Batman, I think, too, right?
I believe so.
And that's just his style. His style is like that over the top action shit. So and of the time, dude, it's fucking great. Like I think I rewatched. Well, they always marathon that shit. I think
Batman
on
Forever,
AMC.
Batman and Robin, Falling Down. Falling Down was good. He did The Lost Boys.
Yes, he did The Lost Boys.
Phone Booth, 8mm, which was weird.
Wait, Phone Booth is the one with Colin Farrell? I remember Phone Booth.
A Time to Kill was good. Flatliners was okay.
Flatliners was good. That's what the nurses, right? Where they would kill themselves and then bring themselves back to life.
Yeah.
That was a good fucking movie. That's like a Brat Pack movie though. St. Elmo's Fire is like Emilio Estevez, right? And like Demi Moore.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was, I mean, that's not his kind of movie though. St. Elmo's Fire isn't like a quintessential Joel Schumacher movie. I feel like the Lethal Weapons are.
I don't see Lethal Weapon.
What?
I don't see Lethal Weapon.
He wasn't in Lethal Weapon. He didn't do. And who did Lethal Weapon?
I'm looking it up right now. There's a Lethal Weapon 5. Jesus Christ!
No.
Dude. Yeah, 87 it came out.
Lethal Weapon 1 is 1987.
Why does this say Lethal Weapon 5? Why is it called Lethal Weapon? Here, I'll show you.
No.
Right? That makes no sense.
No. Joe Pesci isn't in Lethal Weapon 1.
All right, it was.
Who's the director? Directed by Richard Donner. Oh, Richard Donner did Superman. That's it. So Joel Schumacher had nothing to do.
He did X-15. I believe I saw that in VHS. He did The Goonies.
Yeah, that Steven Spielberg produced that too. Yeah.
The Toy. Wow.
Wait, so he did Superman, didn't he, in 1978? And Superman 2, yeah.
Yeah.
The Goonies, Lethal Weapon 2. Yeah, he did Scrooged. That's a good movie.
I liked Scrooge. Yeah.
Conspiracy Theory with Mel Gibson. So he did a few movies. Maverick was Mel Gibson.
Maverick was a good movie. I liked Maverick.
He did a lot of movies with Mel Gibson. Jodie Foster, Mel Gibson, yeah.
Huh. Huh.
He did Omen 3. Oh, executive producer.
The Final Conflict.
Why did I think Joel Schumacher did the Lethal Weapon movies? Maybe because it was an action.
Easy mistake. What is this?
Sky 5 was overhead as
this?
a woman frantically scales a fence, trying desperately to avoid some very agitated and apparently dangerous dogs on the ground below her. They have already killed her boyfriend.
What?
A pit bull breeder is savagely mauled to death by the very dogs he was raising in Compton.
His mutilated body
Jesus Christ
was found inside a blood-stained kennel on his property. KTLA's Chris Wolf joins us live from Downey with details about the gruesome discovery. Chris?
Yeah, Cher and Court, gruesome discovery indeed. Veterinarians here at the LA County Animal Control Center in Downey have been working with these pit bulls. We understand they have been sent out for DNA testing. Authorities believe the victim was actually killed sometime last night, maybe around 7:30, 8 p.m., and his body was in that dog pen for hours until his girlfriend found him this morning.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if we skipped it or maybe I missed it, but there was a part where they said that they have to do DNA testing, which means they're not sure which dog ate him.
He just said it, though. They took DNA samples.
Oh, yeah. Like, they don't have to find out who this guy is. They know who he is.
Yeah.
The DNA samples is to see what dog ate him. They ate him. He was in the kennel from 7 o'clock the night before. This is the morning after that this lady's stuck on top of her fucking fence, which I don't know why she just didn't completely jump over. Like, what the fuck? She's right by the fence. Just fall the 10 feet.
See, you know what scares me the most about the apocalypse? The animals. The wild fucking dogs.
They're going to take back the earth, dude.
There's lots of them.
Yeah. It's pretty crazy in some other countries where, like, feral dogs go unchecked and they, like, will steal babies and shit. You know?
Only in Baltimore. It's a the raccoon is on the fence. Look, it's
No.
stuck. He's frozen, bro.
No.
The Dumbfounded D, bro. He's on the fence. Bro, this is my dog.
Where are they? Baltimore?
Baltimore's off the hook.
Wow, I knew it. I saw that.
Hey, that's the craziest shit I've ever seen.
That means this thing ate some fentanyl.
He's about to fall over. No way. Dog, what the fuck is going on in Baltimore?
That is
only in Baltimore. It's
hilarious.
Real fucking thing, dude. Real thing. They you know, like they gave that. It was a comedic warning about the meth alligators because they found methamphetamine in the water in Florida and in other places. But a real thing is fentanyl being in the water, right? And animals might be sensitive to it, or these things go through trash. So this
lovers
may have chewed on a syringe or something.
Definitely chewed on a packet or something, a plastic packet.
Mm-hmm.
Is this another one? This is hilarious.
Oh, dude, I didn't know. I wasn't so, and I feel like I sort of missed a little bit. I don't know if you knew. Maybe you could tell me a little bit more about this. But this is like a clip of Chael Sonnen addressing his beef with Jorge Masvidal.
Yes. So what do you
now? I knew they had like sort of like a talking beef. I didn't know how severe it was, but I sent you this video, but I did a deep dive after this. Chael Sonnen on his podcast talks a lot of shit, and we know how Jorge Masvidal is with internet beef, especially with how he treated the Colby Covington situation. So maybe you could enlighten me a little bit more about the beef.
I don't know if there was any altercation in physical terms, but I know there's been beef going back and forth with talking shit. And I don't know where it started or how it started, but Chael Sonnen is a loudmouth. He's one of the best hype men there are.
He's the first, and he's still the best.
And if they fight,
I prefer his shit talk over Conor McGregor's now, 100%.
Dude, I've been saying it forever, man. He is the GOAT with that shit.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to say some GOAT shit right here.
George Masvidal, he brought 3-4 buddies with him. I'm alone. After a very brief skirmish, they would realize they should have brought more people. Wow. That is a very, very bad call. You were aware I will whip George Masvidal. Like I said with Chairlift, he got a little old, and I don't think he's on the same steroids. I am on the same steroids. I will whip his ass. There's a reason they weigh people in. I will whip his ass. There is not a long-haired man walking the planet that Chael P has to worry about. Keep that in mind. If I saw George Masvidal, he brought 3-4 buddies with him. I'm alone. After a very brief skirmish, they would realize they should have brought more people. Wow.
You know what he reminds me of? He is a walking Chuck Norris saying.
In a sense, yes. I feel like he's more of like, okay, yes, a lot of it is part of his show and his personality, but I also we know his capability, and he is probably right on a lot of his seemingly exaggerated claims, right? Maybe not. But
I think I won money on a fight of his. I think I won money when he fought Tito Ortiz, and I put money on Tito Ortiz, and I won. because I knew Chael Sonnen was going to get his ass whipped because Tito Ortiz has never stopped. He's in top shape all the time.
Yeah. But and he was out of practice for I think like a year. He didn't fight before that fight. He didn't even But he is the best mic artist, I guess you could say. He's just as good, if not better than The Rock, even with the WWE.
Wow.
And The Rock is probably the best. Him and Ric Flair, and you get guys who can shit talk really well. Chael Sonnen, fucking up there with all of them, if not better, because he does not. That's part of him. You know what I mean? It's like he doesn't turn the kayfabe on or off. Like he is that all the time.
Come on. Video plays soon.
No matter what type of severe asthma you have, Tespire can help you have fewer asthma attacks and breathe better. Tespire is an add-on treatment for people.
Yep.
Steven Seagal said that kind of behavior is an embarrassment to the human race. It's an embarrassment to the martial arts.
Steven Seagal.
Well, I don't know anything about martial arts, but Steven Seagal would know a damn lot about behavior that's embarrassing to the human race.
He's the man.
The American gangster, the bad guy, the gangster from the mean streets of West Lynn.
There's a lot of losses on his record, but you have to look at who they're from. Because he beat a lot of big time guys. He ragdolled a lot of big time guys.
and he lost to guys who are fucking legends. So it's like he didn't lose to people who are like tomato cans or a fluke. You know what I mean?
Who is undefeated and undisputed. Those are just a few of the ways UFC fans have described this trash-talking icon. Chael Sonnen has done an incredible job at creating a character that fans either love or love to hate. No matter which side you were on, you always tuned into his fights. Some may say his mouth got him all.
And every time when it's time to present and perform, he's failed.
But when it comes to Chael, it's best to keep those thoughts to yourself and not speak them out loud.
Tito always says I'm using my mouth to get my opportunities. The only person I know that made money using their mouth is his ex-wife.
Oh, Jenna Jameson.
Welcome back to Bram MMA. And in this
think he had 2 kids with her too.
Best trash-talking moments of his career. There are so many to list, so let me know if you'd like me to make a part 2. Hope you enjoy.
God damn.
What did you see when you watched that fight?
Look, Floyd needs to keep doing what he's doing, which is fighting complete tomato cans who we've never heard of before. I've never seen anybody in the history of America get so rich and so famous out of having complete wimps throwing punch at their faces. And I know what you're saying. You're saying, well, it's happened before. What about Rihanna? Shame on you. Classless. I will not stand for that. I will not stand for that.
Wow.
However, boxing has a misconception. Too soon? Was it too soon?
Too soon.
Even for a Hall of Famer?
Too soon.
Listen, I do want to make this point, though.
And I'm not your dork. How's he a dork?
LeBron's a nerd. There's only a couple guys.
He just wears nerd
that I
glasses.
know
He's
really
spoken.
nerd. You know where it's annoying. You got this guy. LeBron's a wimp. You got this nerd named Ray Lewis. It's like if I saw these guys, I'd smack them both.
Brandon, that's your guy now.
On principle.
Did you just say you'd
I mean,
smack
what
Ray
about-
Lewis?
Smack Ray Lewis.
Principle.
Did you just say you'd
I mean,
smack
what
Ray
about-
Lewis?
Listen, guys, if you're not willing to go too far, you will never go far enough in life. And I don't care. I don't promote fights. I pick fights. I'm like John Jones. I sound like Sean Combs, and I got trombone-sized stones like John Holmes.
Wow.
And by the way, Anderson, if I want your opinion, I will beat it out of you. Don't walk around handing out free advice. Why don't you go find a Sharpie marker and draw Steven Seagal's widow peak on him? His hairline's about as authentic as his fighting abilities. So
His
you
hairline
go
is as
sing to your
authentic as his
hamburgers and
fighting
dance on
abilities.
stage with Justin Bieber, and I'll handle the heavy work like I've done in this company for the last 5 years in your absence. I was in Las Vegas when the Nogueira brothers first touched down in America.
I've heard this story.
There was a bus this is a true story. There was a bus that pulled up to a red light, and Little Nog tried to feed it a carrot while Big Nog was petting it. He thought it was a horse.
No,
really
what
happened.
the fuck?
Do you believe me that that happened?
Not really.
He tried to feed a bus a carrot. And now you're telling me that country has computers? I didn't know that. I did not know that.
As far as the first fight,
That's fucked up, dude.
that was a misunderstanding of the rules. And the way I thought it worked
was that if you tapped, you lost that round. So I thought
Look
what
at their
they would do is
faces.
they
They
go
know
to
he's
judge's
full of shit.
decision, they go 4
Look
rounds
at her.
to
Like,
one,
really,
and
dude?
we go home and I did the
Really, dude?
And if anyone had explained
Really,
to me that stops the bout in its entirety, I would not have tapped.
So really, it's been more about just educating yourself on the rules this time around. And
It was a complete misunderstanding.
And when you talk to me and you talk down to me, don't talk down to me and don't talk to me like you're my equal, because you're not. I stopped you before and I will stop you again. You are a nuisance to me and to everybody else. You ducked me for...
All right, enough of you. Enough of you. What do we got here? What's this? What's this?
Oh, bro. What do you think about this? Let me know your opinion.
Insisted on getting Starbucks at the airport after he said they didn't have time.
Every couple, your blood pressure goes up when you hear the story.
As the plane was boarding, this husband called his wife 4 times to ask where she was. She finally answered on the 4th call and said that she was on her way back to the terminal and that the line at Starbucks was exceptionally long.
She should know that there's always a long line.
Yeah, where you go
at every Starbucks.
All right. First off, amateur mistake. First thing is you use the app and you order ahead, so it's already waiting for you there. That's the best way to do it. If they're not taking pre-orders on the app, don't fucking go to Starbucks. Go to Dunkin'. Is a smaller line. Now look. I'd be that guy that goes, oh, let me go to Starbucks. Not my wife. But if the line's like that and I can't order ahead, I'm settling for Dunkin' Donuts or some shitty coffee spot that's there. I don't care.
Or no coffee if there's no coffee.
There's always coffee. You can go to the convenience part.
No,
that
I
has,
know.
Like, get
I
a
know.
Starbucks glass jar.
I know.
But yeah, you leave the bitch in this instance.
In every
Always a
airport
long line.
on Earth.
Husband went ahead and boarded the plane after the gate agent said they couldn't hold up the flight. He full on left his wife behind.
He can't
Was there a kid though? Did he at least take the kid with him? No kids,
No,
no,
it's
just
just
husband and wife.
hold the plane.
But do you get on? That's the
I couldn't leave her.
I would.
couldn't leave her.
I
You'd
would.
leave her?
Yeah.
He wouldn't leave her. He's full of shit.
Wow, dude.
I wouldn't leave her either. I mean, but
It depends on what level of angry I'm at. I don't think my wife would ever do that. My wife would be on the airplane before I get on.
Same.
But
Exactly.
if I were in this situation, right? And let's just say this is a habitual thing. This may have been the straw that broke the camel's back. If this guy was flying with his wife 2
maybe
months
he
earlier,
actually wants a divorce, and this is his way of telling her. Is that what you're
This
kinda like,
could
maybe
be-
this is the last straw?
this
bitch?
was boiling up for a long time. This guy probably waits for an hour while she, like an extra hour past when they're supposed to be ready to leave the house for like some sort of a family function or like a date or whatever. And he always waits for her to get ready. He's sick and tired of fucking waiting, and she has no sense of time. And I know people like this. I know people who will legit just show up 2.5 hours late to something and not give a flying fuck that they're late. Not that they're on your time. So he probably, that's it. This is just the last straw. He might have a year ago, he might have never done that. But maybe there's been so many occasions of this fucking lady just holding shit up that he's like, you know what? I'm out. I'm getting on this fucking plane. You know?
Here's where I'm okay with it.
That's great.
If he says, oh, you want coffee? Let's see if there's some right outside the gate. Oh,
Yeah.
look, there's some right there.
Yeah.
Have that. She says, I'm going to Starbucks.
Yeah.
And he goes, I'm leaving if you're not back in time.
Yeah.
Then I'm okay with it.
A husband boarded his flight and left.
I'm looking for like the whole story, but I can't find it in the comments, and you can't even trust the comments. But that was epic. What's this shit? What's this shit?
I'm turning into a Vulcan.
What?
There's something your mother and I need to tell you.
I am a leprechaun, Kyle.
You mean I'm a leprechaun too?
Things could be worse, Kyle.
Come on!
What is this?
It's a fucking Disney show or
I
movie.
remember this fucking show.
Yeah.
Being a teen is tough. Being a leprechaun is even tougher. The luck of the Irish. A kid one day and a leprechaun the
Does the show end with him being murdered and his gold stolen? Because then I'll watch it.
Or somebody hits him with a car and he just explodes into gold coin.
No. One day there's a rainbow, and like these guys with guns follow the rainbow and it leads to his house, and they go, "Where's their fucking gold, bro?" And they kill him and take his gold.
Oh, Sans Parsarvas.
Oh
I'm
my
getting
god, this is
sharper.
so bad.
The luck of the Irish. A new
This is
Disney
super racist, by the way.
It's so racist, and it's
An
so
original
bad.
movie.
But it can't be racist because they're white people.
It's Disney.
Premiering Friday at 7, 6 Central. Part of Zoog Weekends.
Zoog weekends? Zoog.
I don't remember that.
I wasn't watching Disney that long ago, I don't think. I think my Disney days started way sooner than most. I don't think I had the Disney Channel, knew it existed. I was Nickelodeon. and Nick at Night.
I was more of a Nickelodeon kid. Yes, I watched Nick at Night. I watched Nickelodeon. You didn't watch the fights yesterday, I take it. Did you watch the fights yesterday? It was
No.
on ESPN Plus. So there was one of the fights. I bet on this fight. I was a little upset because it fucking ended in no contest. So I got my money back, which is fine. But I was really looking forward to this guy, beating this other dude's ass.
The argument is I looked at him and called him a pussy. That's what
Wait,
it wasn't even because it was. I knew it wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? I knew it wasn't that bad. I've been poked in the eye before. You know what I'm saying? I've accidentally poked people in the eye before. It was, and I'm sitting there, I'm looking at him. He's fine. You know what I'm saying? It was really just one of those things where he was getting his ass whooped. He knew that there was no way he was going to win that fight.
They threw it was over because of the eye poke?
This is what happened. What was really fucking funny, and I definitely am on this guy's side, right? What happened, if you're able to find it, but if you're not, but I'll just tell you real quick. So they're in the middle of round one. It might be 2 minutes into the fight, and he takes a thumb to the eye, a routine. They give him his timeout, right? It's maybe 60 seconds into the timeout, a little less than 60 seconds into the timeout. And then he says, what you don't say if you want to continue fighting, you cannot say the words, at least in Vegas, to the Vegas Athletic Commission, you cannot say I cannot see. If you say I cannot see,
yeah,
fight is done.
Yeah.
Fight is over. So the guy, and I was watching this, right? You saw the whites of his eyes. He didn't even have a scratched cornea. There was no blood around his eyes. He was like this and goes, yeah, I just need more time. And then he blinks like this and goes, and he whispers, I can't see to his ring guy. And then the fucking doctor heard it and stopped the fight.
He knew
it?
beyond a shadow of a doubt there was no way he was going to win that fight. So when he had an opportunity to act like he couldn't see so that they would call it a no contest, I mean, no contest is better than a loss. You know what I'm saying? Which is clearly what he was heading for. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have the speed. He didn't have the power. He didn't have the size. He didn't have the grappling technique. He didn't have the striking technique. He didn't have it in any of those areas to compete with me. So,
and then there was a fight that broke out after he called him a pussy.
We move on.
He called him a pussy, and then the guy who said I can't see started fucking flailing, going after him like he wanted to kill him. He's like, I'll fucking kill you. Yeah, he says, you're a pussy. He goes like this. He goes with his finger out. He goes, you're a pussy, and you knew you were losing, and that's why you fucking said you can't see. You can see, you're full of shit. And he goes, oh, fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. The guy was like, I'll kill you. He said, I'll kill you. That's what he said. He threatened to kill him, which I feel was a little, didn't look good on his part. So that's my opinion there. But he was working him a little bit, not going to lie. Again, they got him again?
No, it's just some live streamer apologized because he's the one who got him arrested because he leaked his DMs when they were talking about meeting somewhere or some shit, and that's how they figured out where he was and arrested him. What I was actually bringing this up for is I didn't realize Andrew Tate's father is a chess player.
Yeah.
A professional chess player, and he's black, by the way. Andrew Tate is half black. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, how is he? Is it his mother who's Romanian? Is how he has Romanian citizenship?
No, I don't know. He's American, technically. Did you know that too?
Yeah, but why? How could he reside in Romania? Does he have a Romanian passport? He's American? Why doesn't he sound American? Why does he sound like he has an accent?
You ready for this? Like I was just looking this up, and so he was born in '86, so he's a year younger than me, in Washington D.C. He was born in D.C.
So is his father Muslim? Like, why is he Muslim?
His father is African. He's switched. His father is African American, and was an international chess master. And his white English mother, was a catering assistant.
So that's why he has the accent. Like he doesn't
He was
sound.
raised in Chicago, Illinois, and Goshen, Indiana. After his parents divorced, his mother took him and his brother to London,
That's why he has the
where
accent.
he was educated. Blah blah blah. He was raised as a Christian
So he decided to be Muslim
on
because
his own.
it was the more misogynistic out of all of the Abrahamic religions.
That's what it
Is that why?
appears. That would make sense. Maybe.
Well, he could have just become a Mormon if he wanted to have that many women. You know,
Yeah,
I think
but-
that's the whole appeal is that he likes to have a harem.
Yeah, but the thing with Mormonism, they have a little more respect for the women in that religion than in.
Well, Islam claims to have a lot. The reason why these rules are in place is so that they could respect women, which I understand the structure of that, but a lot of those rules don't get applied that way. You know what I mean? So I do call a little bullshit on all that. And, you know, obviously these are rules that were implemented 5,000-6,000 years ago, you know, like when we were sheep herders and fucking had farms and people could just snatch your daughter up or some shit. You know what I mean?
Sheep herders.
But he's in jail, or is he out again?
I don't think this is that was. He's not in jail anymore. I think that's just.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just showing you who the reason why he got arrested.
The reason why he got arrested.
The reason why they
But-
found him, not the reason why. Excuse me. The reason.
Yeah, because they didn't know where he was living in Romania, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. He's president again.
Yeah, there was no questions asked here. You know, we all knew what was going to happen. It didn't matter who really won, apparently. And you can't even trust our news. Because our news is like, oh, they were riots in the street and they were protesting Putin and this and that. And it's like, it could have been like 6 people going, this sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really tell contrast-wise, like, exactly how many people are in opposition and how many people are just complacent. You know, we are led to believe that because we give a shit so much about politics here, that other people in other countries probably give a shit about their own country's politics a lot, when it might even be the fact that people just don't care either way. They live their lives no matter what, unless they get really overwhelmingly affected by how the government is treating them. Otherwise, people are very indifferent when it comes to politics, I've learned. You know, people stick to more of their own personal morality than they do to like a collective.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, if my personal morality matches up with yours, then we could be friends or be part of a community or something like that. But as far as like deep politics, it's like I feel like we are more here in the United States and maybe other countries. Maybe the Brits do too, because you hear about a lot of their politics within their own news. They like to talk about politics, but I don't think the populace really gives a shit.
Yeah.
You know, as much
I
as we're
agree.
led to believe. Maybe the Russians just don't care. You know?
Or
I mean, Russia's not getting bombed
no
or
matter
anything like
what.
that, so do they give a shit? I don't know.
No matter what, Putin's going to win. That's probably the truth.
Yeah. So they just why even bother? But these are the oppositions. These are the people. All right. These are going down a tunnel.
Those were the opposition. They don't exist anymore.
Right. I'm not opposing his presidency. Let him be president again for another 6
Opposition.
years.
They're going to kill. They don't
Right.
exist. Not they're going to kill.
I'm not
He's
opposing his
going to kill
presidency.
them.
Let him be president again for another 6
Opposition.
years.
I think he already did. Didn't some of them die?
Right.
It's not they're going to apart from.
I'm not
He's
opposing his
going to kill
presidency.
them.
Let him be president again.
Anyway,
for another
Wednesdays,
6 years.
Thursdays.
I think he already did.
Saturdays,
Right.
Sundays. It's not they're going to apart.
I'm not opposing
He's
his
going to kill
presidency.
them.
Let him be president again.
Anyway, Wednesdays, Thursdays.